opinions and arseholes, but I'm not going to speak about the fights this week. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep because I've slept all day. I was at a birthday party last night and so I'm quite tired. I had a few drinks, but what I'm doing this video for really is to speak about something that I've been seeing a lot of recently. The person I've seen it's been Jordan Henderson turning his social media accounts over to his team, whatever. Now I've got two opinions on this, opinions and arseholes, whether anyone wants to listen or what. I think that I always talk about social media, how it's fucked, and I'm a big part of it. I post a lot on social media, but I have to, and some stuff I don't have to, but I do it for fun. So what I think about him doing that is it's really good, because yes, there is a lot of hatred and a lot of bad negativity on social media, and a lot of it needs to be stopped. But at the same time, and a lot of people might not agree with me on this, is here's the thing, right? Let's get, for example, one of these today so-called influencers. Now, influencers do actually exist on, let's say, Instagram. Like my girlfriend showed me some like real legitimate Instagram influencers and etc. You know, people say, you know, I'm an influencer, we're all influencers, you know, fighters, chefs, whatever, you know, we're influencing something. But the let's just get back to the only Instagram influencers, because that's all they are. Because without Instagram, what would they be doing? Who would they be influencing? Do you know what I mean? Now, it's not only them, it's a lot of people I see, like, so here's where I'm going to get to my point. I seen that Katie Price was doing some kind of petition. It was actually my girlfriend who showed me. It was to do something. I didn't really look into the petition, but she said that it had loads of signatures. They're trying to pass it through government, I don't know. And it was about, why is it got so fucking dark? That's bullshit. Give me a minute. That's better. Sorry guys. Right. So they're trying to pass this petition through whatever it is, government and whatever. Now, part of me agrees, but another part of me doesn't, because I think, what I think her thing is with her son, obviously, I think he's disabled, and obviously the worst thing in the world anyone could ever do or participate in is something like making fun at somebody disabled, or racism. These two big topics, which I think we should never even be. Why the fuck does it keep going back? It's fucking shitty. Should never. They're the worst things in the world that any human being could ever participate in or throw hate at. But Katie's choice, she's obviously got a big following, a big influence. I know Katie from when I was a child. She was famous. I think I don't know, fucking memory loss, but she was on Big Brother and shit like that. I don't know. But she chooses to upload her child to social media, and she's, that platform for people to throw hate and so forth, etc. Which, at the same time, there's two opinions on this, because she should be able to upload her children on Instagram, and she's very proud of her children, same as I do and many other people. But I also know that I get many comments a lot of times in messages like, I'll rape your children and blah blah blah. And I know that what I'm putting out there, you know, it can receive positive and negative and anything like that. So she needs to understand and realise that, as I do, and I'm sure other people do. But what I think a lot of these, because I've seen a lot of people supporting the act, what she's putting out, and a lot of these other Instagram peoples and stuff like that. And I was funny because I was watching a lot of these people who are supporting the act, and I think the main reason why half of these people are supporting this act is just so they can't be called out on their bullshit. Because, to be totally honest with you, some of these people who are just like, oh yeah, we need to stop it and all, they're just trying to get away with what they're posting. All this ultimate bullshit that they're posting that is ultimately as well affecting a lot of other people, you know, a lot of these Instagram influencers and these other peoples and these so-called celebrities who aren't really celebrities. They're just trying to get away. They're just trying to do this petition and whatever to get away with the bullshit that they're posting, which is, it is just bullshit. They're not posting anything with anything. They're posting utter shite. And to be totally honest with you, there's two opinions, and I've got both sides of the opinions. They're just gobshites. They're just posting utter nonsense. They're just trying to, you know, the stuff that they post. I see a lot of these people post. It's fucking doesn't mean anything. It's bullshit. Like, I know when I post a meme, it's so meaningless and whatever, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I sit there and just do not give a fuck. Like, I use my socials for two things, you know, for a lot of things, but two things mainly. You know, getting paid and having a laugh. Don't use it for anything else. And a lot of these people are just trying to get away with bullshit. Now, I think the good fight what Jordan Henderson is fighting is legitimate. There's a lot of racial hate, and obviously to do with Katie Price's son. There's a lot of well, someone shouldn't sit there, right, and make jokes. Like, if you make a joke about a disabled person about racism, and it's you in your home, your family, and it's you, no one will ever know about that joke. Fair play, whatever. You still shouldn't be making it, so on and so forth. But for you then to sit there and, let's say, for example, you comment on Katie Price's posts on Instagram that she's posting about her disabled child, that is the worst humanly possibly thing you can do. Where's the need, where's the whatever to poke fun at the disabled child? And same thing with Jordan Henderson's thing, the good fight at racism and that. You know, two things that were in 2021 should not be happening, especially, you know, you're talking about racism. Why is racism, why is it a word? Why is it anything? Like, I don't understand it, mate. I don't sit back here and think about it because I can't understand it, and I don't want to even begin to get involved and understand it. Why does it still exist? But it obviously does exist, so that's why he's turning his socials over to his team to fight this good fight that is. But as I said, I'm sat here and I'm agreeing with his fight, and obviously I'm agreeing, part of me is agreeing with the fight Katie Price is fighting for. But a lot of these people going along with it, like, I just thinking to myself, you're only doing it just to get away with yours bullshits, like what you're putting up on Instagram. Half of you are just absolute morons who post utter shite that's got nothing to do with nothing. You're posting this life of glamour, beauty. Boys and girls, by the way, this is not directed just to girls or anyone. Glamour, beauty, absolute nonsense. You've got all these Instagram influencers posting about these Forex traders. I got an offer the other day, a good offer to post this Forex trader on my Instagram, and he wanted me to post a photo of him standing in front of his Lamborghini, and I've got no battery left, standing in front of his Lamborghini and post this big long ass caption and turn the comments off. And I'm thinking, turn the comments off for what? Like, what do you want me to say in the comments off for? Are you afraid that you're going to be called out on your bullshit? I'm sure this Forex works. I don't really know. You know what it is nowadays, especially. It's everyone comes to you with this new thing and this has been the best. And the amount of fucking these crypto Bitcoin things I get offered on the daily. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. I bet you 90% of it all is bullshit. I haven't even been bothered to look into it. I'm probably missing out on money to look into it, but they're just selling you the dream. There's just so much bullshit about nowadays. This is a rant, innit? Whether you're listening or not, but it's like these fucking cunts on Instagram. These Instagram, that's all they are. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighting influencer. With or without social media, I would still influence people. That's just the be all and end all. So would these other people's and professions. This is why these Instagram influencers are Instagram influencers, boys and girls, because that's all they do. And they don't even do that. They're not. People are just wise to all the bullshit nowadays. So, as I'm saying, like when my girlfriend showed me this Katie Price petition, she was like, look at some of the people who are campaigning with it. And I was like, them people are only getting involved in this petition so that they can stop all this negative hate, whatever. No one should be getting it, but so people stop calling them out on all the bullshit, because that's all they're doing. They're just feeding us all absolute bullshit so they can get away with being absolute titheads on social media, so they can be upsetting other people. People logging on. We're also wired in. I haven't got a phone these days. I've got like a fucking little Nokia £10 phone because I threw it. So my only time to go on socials is when I'm at home with some Wi-Fi with the iPad. This is an iPad I'm on, because I was just so sick and tired of going from emails to WhatsApp. Well, I don't never had WhatsApp much. Emails, WhatsApp, iMessage, into photos, into Instagram, Twitter. You've got the others like Snapchat, Twitch, YouTube, and it's just like day to day, constant, and we're just so hooked, wired in, all of us, me and every other person. And when I said to my best friend, and he was like, no, he didn't agree with it. I'm like, lad, let me just prove you wrong as well for like, after a month or two, just let's see if I can like go without having a phone, so none of half these cunts who've got my number can't even just bother me, or so that I'm not sitting there in the car or wherever when you pull over or you get it 10 seconds yourself. First thing you do is swipe up on your phone. You go from from app to app to app to app to app, and it's just so fucking boring. And I'm so like gonna sound like an American. I'm so over it. Like, so I'm just giving myself like a month or two just to like de-wire from all of it, like whatever. But back on the point, this whole thing, like Jordan Henderson's good fight against racism, I think it's brilliant. I think it's proper brilliant. And this Katie Price's petition, I think I think 50% is good, but I think the other 50%, it's not. Like, if you don't want your kid, like, if if I if I wasn't prepared to accept some of the comments that get thrown at me about my children, I wouldn't post about them. So I think maybe she shouldn't post much about her child, but then in the same breath, she's very proud of her her children. So yes, she should have that right, but also she should understand that people are going to say things, even though they 100% shouldn't. She needs to understand and realise that. Now the other 50% is these people coming along for the ride, these so-called celebrities. I don't know what America's like with influencers and TikTok stars. It seems bigger over there, but I'm focusing just on the UK, and I don't consider myself anything other than a fighter. I do all other bullshit, like I'm sponsored by some companies. I'm quite active on social media, only Instagram really, don't really use Facebook, Twitter sometimes, but I think Twitter's an absolute devil's lair. I'll upload the app and delete the app 10 minutes after because I think it's just the worst. It's funny, but it's bad. So I'm mostly active on Instagram, and I've actually lost my point where I was going. But yeah, I'm a fighter, and like these other people's, they're just, I can't strain it enough. Like in the UK, they're nothing. like, what are they? Like, really, what are they? Sometimes I sit there and you look, and it's like, without Instagram, what would these people be? Like, and these TV shows coming out. I don't ever watch TV. I've got Top Gear on right now on Netflix. I'm obsessed with cars as well, and you know, these TV shows that are coming out. It's like, there was another one the other day, like these, after these guys who was on the Love Islands, it's like celebrities and dating with me, and it's like, no, they're not. My idea of a celebrity, was like someone who's, and when I was a kid, it's like Corrie or soaps like This Line of Duty, or film stars and celebrity chefs like Gordon Ramsay, Jamie Oliver. I would consider it celebrity stuff like that. Like, these people on this dating stuff, and they're not celebrities. What are they? Like, what do they do? What service do they provide? Like, what makes them a celebrity? And even all the other half, like, like these fucking, I see on like these fucking shows sometimes, like this fucking, that sports show, like some of these footballers and that, who just weren't even good footballers, and now they're not even trying to do anything with sports. They just want to be on the telly, just feeding you bullshit on every fucking game show that God sends. And I just think, oh my God, like, what time and what era are we living in? Like, the date me shows, like celebrities go dating with, you got the Gary Lineker's brother, like some like 70-year-old man or something. He's like dating some beard with like fucking arse implants who just looks like an absolute tramp's ass. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh, well, I'm not watching him. It comes up on the advert if you ever got your telly just on in the background, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know what. Are people like feeding into this bullshit? Like, are people coming home from work and going, can't wait to watch celebrities and dating? Like, what is it? Or are people just sticking the telly on and it's there in the background? Like, what is it? Like, are people actually watching that shit? Are people actually giving views? And the television must just be like absolutely laughing at the generations and the fucking. It's absolutely, it's just utter. It's mental, completely and utterly mental the way it's going. It's not just social media, it's the television. It's all connected, and I sound like an absolute moron for speaking about stuff like this because I'm a fighter, but I've fucking opinion and arsehole. I can say what I want. My channel. Don't want to watch it, don't watch it. If you want to say something negative, go in the comments and say something. You think I give a fuck? But, like, really, celebrities dating, Love Island, the only fucking good reality TV show that was ever made to this day, it's shite now, but was when I used to watch it with my mother, and it was Big Brother. It wasn't Celebrity Big Brother, because Celebrity Big Brother is not Celebrity Big Brother, because every cunt twat who goes on it ain't a celebrity. Big Brother, where they got normal people from the outer world to go in there for fucking 6 weeks, was the best show ever, and that was the only one. The rest nowadays are utter shite, and every fucking cunt who goes on them now, and I know who they all are, well, I don't know the names, but I see them. What are they? They're just, do you know what you could actually call them? You could call them clever bastards, because they're going on that and they're living off it on this Instagram, and they're fucking posting shite tracksuits and shite fucking protein bars to make money, and they're putting up ad. And honestly, to God, 100% of them are all just morons, but in the same breath, they're clever, because they're just making money from it, and all us, the cunts, are feeding into it and buying into it, and you've got all these young girls wanting to be like them and comparing themselves to them, and you've got all these young lads fucking doing the same, and I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck? Peace out.